Hi, my name is Barry Crompton. I'm going to revisit a story I did the other day, and I did it in a kind of light-hearted way, or what I thought was light-hearted the other day. And shit's got real today. Vauxhall have announced that they're going to be closing the Luton plant, with possibly 1,100 people losing their jobs. It says that some of them can go to Ellesmere Port. I've just looked. It's a 6-hour, 26-minute round trip in a car. So that's not going to happen, is it? It's like, it's like, don't feel too badly done to. We'll, if you want to go and live in Liverpool from near London, there's a job for you. They're not going to go. So I'm going to go back to this. The reason I feel so strongly about, I like EVs, I like cars, I can sell anything. The reason I feel so strongly about EVs is there is so much misinformation being put out by people who are basically taking the king's shilling, the shilling. You know, how can people go from launching an Aston Martin one day to being green the next? You know, you don't just change overnight, do you? You just don't. And then you've got the other people, these non-profit making organisations. They haven't got a clue. They really haven't got a clue. I look around at these companies and I just look at the people and I think you wouldn't survive a minute in a car showroom selling cars. You wouldn't. You'd get shocked. You'd cry yourself to sleep on your first day. But here we go. This is what I want to revisit. And I want to show you why it's rubbish. We've got our friend, for those of you who don't know him, it wasn't really him in my videos, it was me made up. It's I Leclerc. So let's go through it again. This will also have a knock-on effect on the second-hand car market, where most of us buy our cars. The EVs sold today are the second-hand EVs of the future, and research we released today shows how a second-hand EV can save people an average of £1,600 a day. He means a year. You know, I'm sure he'd be jumping on it, but... So, we go into the story. The Independent have run with this story. Used electric cars save owners over £1,000 a year compared with petrol models, study finds. What study? A think tank. You know what they say, an empty vessel makes most noise. A think tank said savings have risen since early 2023 as second-hand electric vehicles are no longer more expensive to buy. Well, they're no longer more expensive for the second owner to buy now, but the first owner who bought them has lost his shirt. You know, it's just unbelievable. I worked out one the other day, a brand new GMW Aura had lost 59% in 8 months. You know, and it's a little runaround. That's never happened before. In the history of the motor trade, little cars don't lose money like that. So Neil Lansfield here, who should be ashamed of himself. The UK's best-selling used electric cars could save their owners an average of £1,600 per year compared with their petrol equivalents, according to new research. Right, so it's £1,000 in the title. It's now £1,600. It claimed the study shows a requirement for each manufacturer to sell a minimum proportion of zero emissions vehicles, ZEVs, each year is working. Amid a report that ministers are meeting with car industry leaders on Wednesday to discuss easing the policy. The ECIU's research took into account the 6 best-selling EVs in the UK and compared their cost of ownership, including purchase and running costs such as electricity, with petrol versions. The biggest savings were found to be for the Audi e-tron at around £2,600 a year, with the smallest for the Renault Zoe at around £875 per year. So those are the two. Pen and paper. e-tron 2600, Zoe 875. So my question is, if consumers, or how do they refer to them here, the UK's best-selling electric cars could save their owners an average of £1,600 per year compared with their petrol equivalents, according to new research. So that's their owners, but it's not the new owners. The new owners would lose thousands and thousands of pounds more than if they bought a petrol. So that's the first thing. It's cherry picking of the highest standard from the Climate Intelligence Unit. New owners, if they bought it brand new, would lose a fortune unless you're on benefit in kind savings and tax write-off. If you're a private person, you would just lose a fortune. Don't bear thinking about even, it's that bad. What if you're a dealer? How much would a dealer make on one of these? If these people who buy second hand could save £2,600 on an e-tron and £870 per year on a Zoe, how much do you think the dealers would make? Yeah, it's our living. We can't even save money. We can't even make money. How can a private person save money? Let me just show you. We're going to go into e-trons. A person who buys a used e-tron can save £2,600 a year. So let's just go here. We'll go into electric cars. There's 22,874 electric cars, slowly keep creeping up. And first of all, I promise you I haven't done this. This is an Auto Trader. You see at the top on the left-hand side, there you go, relevance. You'll see there the dealer from the 29th of the 7th, 2024 to the 20th of the 11th, 2024 has reduced that vehicle by 16%, £9,000. The dealer can't even make £2,600, let alone the customer save it. So in order for the dealer to sell it cheap enough for the customer to want to buy it, he's had to reduce it £9,000 because otherwise he wouldn't be interested. Right, I promise you that came up then. I've no input over the relevance that Auto Trader thinks. It's just come up. That's the first car. I wasn't going to do that. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to drill down. So we'll go, first of all, we'll go to most recent. We'll just see what they say most. Oh, look. An e-tron, a Q8 e-tron. That was advertised on the 14th of the 11th, 2024 at 53,500. It's already been reduced. In just over a week, it's been reduced by £500. That's the speed in which EVs are dropping. We'll go further. And, the motor trade is really dear to my heart. I love cars. I just love them. I love being in the motor trade. I've loved being in the motor trade. So now we go on Auto Trader, we go to Audi. We're in electric, Audi. Please do not tell me that a private can save £2,600 a year when dealers can't even make £2,600 a year on a £81,000 car. That's been reduced by £45,000. It's been for sale since July 2023. Been reduced 35% by £45,000. The next one, the reductions, 16th to the 6th, 2023, down £49,000. Look at those reductions. Down £32,000. down £36,555. Oh my word. Down 51,735. So by the dealer cutting his wrists, selling it for blood, as they would say, it's down £51,735. But according to Colin at the Climate Intelligence Unit, if a customer goes and buys that, he can save £2,600 a year. What about depreciation, Colin? What do you think that car's going to be worth next year? Any ideas? Well, hang on. There is kind of a way that we can do this. So on PCP, you can buy that vehicle on PCP at £1,029 per month. So we click on that. Cash deposit £7,200. Balance to finance £64,550. You pay monthly £1,028.52. What is their optional final payment? In 48 months is 40 grand. It's going to drop another 32,000. It's already dropped 51,735. It's forecast to drop. Please tell me, am I making it up? It's forecast to drop to 40 grand. Do you know what? I bet in 4 years, I bet whoever buys that is handing it back. It's an optional final payment. I don't think it'll be worth 40 grand in 4 years' time. £32,000. It's already dropped £51,735, so £83,735. Who can afford to lose that? But you save $2,600. Of course you do, Colin. Of course you do, Colin. You save £2,600 a year, but you lose 83. Okay, extreme example. Baz, you're cherry picking. No, I'm just going off what they do. We'll go to Renault Zoe. Renault Zoe. 384 examples. This should be easy. Most recent, we'll go to the end, so we'll go to 380, there'll be 38 pages. So we'll do this, we'll go to page 38. We'll go to page 36 because that'll make it easier. So I'll put 3 in there. 3, go. Here we go. We're on the most recent. We'll go to the end. We'll go to the ones that have been for sale and just see what they've had to do. These are dealers trying to make money, trying to earn a crust. Advertised. Well, that's sorry. That's me being stupid. I've put in Renault Zoe electric, but Auto Trader's algorithm thinks, well, he's putting Renault Zoe electric, but he wants a Vauxhall Corsa. You know, because people need to be educated about EVs. They don't really know what they're looking at, so we have to tell them and we have to show them. We have to point them in the right direction of what they need. That's a brand new one. The brand new one's been reduced by 5,400. We'll go down to, here we go. There's a Renault Zoe here, a 2023 72, that a customer could buy used and he could save himself £875. The dealer's obviously not a customer, but the dealer bought this and advertised it on the 9th of the 9th, 2023 at £29,999. On the 26th of the 11th, 2024, he's reduced it by 41% or £12,249. So the dealer can't make a profit selling it, but according to the Climate Intelligence Unit, and obviously it's been printed in the Independent, the dealer has lost £12,249 on a 4,106 mile Renault Zoe. But according to Colin at the Climate Intelligence Unit, you can buy that and save £875. Save it, right, okay. You know, I'm only a dumb car dealer. You can buy that for £285 per month on PCP. People keep saying, oh yeah, you know, we only get our EVs on lease or PCP. £285 a month. Let's have a look here. 48 months. In 48 months, optional final payment of £5,509. After you've paid, well, how much you've paid, 48 months, 48 times, 48 months contract. Plumbing that's cheap interest as well. 48,284, so it's even subsidised. 48 times 284.85 equals. So you pay £13,672 in payments. Cash deposit plus 17,775 equals. So you pay for 4 years. You pay £15,447.80. They think 5509.41. That's what they want you to pay at the end if you want to keep the car. In 4 years, it's going to drop 12 grand, another £12,200, and you're going to have paid £15,447.80. The dealer's lost £12,249, but by paying £15,447.80, you're going to save £875 a year. Of course you are, Colin. Of course you are. Brilliant deduction. Smoke and mirrors. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.